So in today's lecture, I am going to discuss use of probability and statistics in AI. So in the previous lecture, we had discussed machine learning and different types of machine learning. So I say probability and statistics, so these two are indispensable part of AI because we try to impart intelligence artificially through machines, and these two probability and statistics play a very important role in that. Okay, so let us see what probability means. Making predictions and searching for different structures in data is most important part of data science. So what we do in data science is make predictions and search some patterns and extract information from the data. So for all these things, and when it comes to predictions, probability plays an important role. Also statistics is very important in describing the data, understanding the data, and making predictions. They are important because they have ability to handle analytical tasks. So both probability and statistics are very useful for analytical tasks, which is included in data science as well as artificial intelligence. So let us recall what there are many definitions of data scientists, but one more definition I am going to discuss today. This definition is in terms of statistics and programming. So data scientist is a person who is better at statistics than any programmer and better at programming than any statistician. Means he knows better statistics than a normal programmer. Normal programmer means C, C++, Java, Python programmer who takes instructions and converts that into programming language, means converts logic and solves the problem. Now if somebody who is a programmer and who knows statistics can can be called as a data scientist. Okay, and any programmer and better at programming than statisticians. So statistics is generally a branch of mathematics, so statisticians are generally not very good at programming, so they are good at statistics but not in programming. So if you try to combine this definition, uh, data scientist is a person who knows programming as well as statistics. So means he can do statistics using programming languages. And there are many programming languages that helps us. R and Python are one of the prime programming languages. Okay, take a look at this slide. Statistics are a group of principles that are used to attain information about data so as to make decisions. Okay, so in this slide they are trying to say that statistics are certain methods or principles which will help you to get information from the data, and this information obviously helps you to make decisions. So, and it unveils the secret hidden in the data. Means data is there but you are not able to come up with some concrete information, and statistics helps in that. And intelligence is also about extracting information and taking decisions. Okay, so Intelligence is basically about taking decisions in a situation uh, which has not been programmed, means which has not been explicitly told to you. So what you can do by using statistics is that you can extract information from data, and then use this uh, information which was hidden in data to make decisions, and this whole process is about intelligence. So probability and statistics are involved in predictive algorithms that are there in machine learning. So machine learning, as I told you, and I'm again telling you, that machine learning is a part of AI. Means AI is a bigger circle and machine learning is a smaller circle. So machine learning is, as we have already discussed in previous lecture. So probability and statistics were used there also. And since machine learning is included in AI, so AI uh, means you can indirectly say that probability and statistics are very important for AI. So in this topic we are somehow trying to establish some concrete relationship between probability and statistics in AI. They help in deciding how much data is reliable. So both your probability and statistics help you to decide the reliability of the data. So as this course is about AI fundamentals, means this course will give you basics of AI. So now this lecture is telling you that probability, if you want to go in the field of AI, you must be good at probability and statistics. Probability you have already studied in your class 11th, 12th, 9th, uh, but statistics, some part of, in CBSE board they also teach statistics, so some part of statistics you also might have studied, but now you will be using these both to achieve artificial intelligence. Let us move to next slide. So now I will discuss the broad statistics. Means statistics is a subject which is taught in detail also. But now since I want you to have an overview of statistics through this lecture, I will discuss this. So as you can see in this figure diagram, we have descriptive statistics and then inferential statistics, and the third one is transition from descriptive to inferential statistics. So basically we have two types of statistics: descriptive, which is about describing the data. Means you have lot of data and you want to describe the data in such a way that it gives you some useful information. And inferential is about making inferences, means making certain kinds of predictions. Means this is, by observing the trend we can say this, okay, something like that. So I hope you are very clear that two types of statistics, and there is means this inferential statistics and descriptive statistics are not independent, because as you can see that you have to make a transition from descriptive statistics to inferential statistics. So now uh, let us move to next slide. So what is descriptive statistics? So in layman's words you can say that if I give you data and I ask you to describe it, so that is descriptive statistics, as simple as that. So it describes the problem, it tells where the problem is, it locates it, okay, And there are methods which help us achieve this task. Okay, like mean, median, central tendency, something like that. Means these are all core. When you will be studying statistics in detail, these are small pointers which will be helping you to do that. So now this is a formal definition of descriptive statistics. Methods of organizing, summarizing, and presenting the data in an informative way. Means suppose I give you a data, and nothing can be interpreted from that data, and now you make a graph, something trending, some trending graph. So I'm going to show you the some trending graph. Okay. Okay, look at this graph. Okay, this has been created using the data, but now all these things make sense. Means if you look at the first graph, there are three data which are showing some trend. It is increasing, it is decreasing, and doing something like that. Okay, now coming on to this pie, this is also a data where it is clearly showing that orange data is having major portion, and this your red data which may represent something in a population, maybe some religion, say if we describe, or in a class, maybe it may represent that orange one is students from city, and then green one students from villages, and then this red one students from remote areas. Okay, so now it is making sense. Okay, so descriptive statistics is about presenting the data in such a way that somehow it makes sense. Okay, so this is one example which I wanted you to see. So now we came back to our definition. Methods of organizing, summarizing, and presenting the data, which you have seen previously. Means data was organized, it was summarized, and then it was presented in form of different form of graphs. So this is formal definition of descriptive statistics. Now how we describe, summarize, and do something like that. So this diagram shows you that you can create frequency distribution, you can measure central tendency, and you can measure variation of the data. Okay, means how many data are repeating itself, and in what range they are repeating, is known as frequency distribution. And then central tendency means what is the mean of the data. Means suppose if I have given a number of students, so what is the average age of students? It is something central tendency. Mean, median, mode are the technical calculations which are done and which helps us to know central tendency of the data. And then dispersion is about, means from which value to which value data is dispersed. So range, standard deviation, and variation helps us to describe all that. So these are some three fundamental things in descriptive statistics. Obviously there are more to it, but to begin with, and to just clear your fundamentals, and just to know what statistics is all about, this is really helpful. Okay, now we will describe what is inferential statistics. So in layman words, you can say that look at the data and predict what is going to happen next. So like in form of those graphs can easily predict what is going to happen next. Okay, if graph is going up, maybe there are pretty good chances that next pointer will be more than the previous one. Okay, and if something is decreasing, then there are pretty good chances that next point or next data which we will be recording will be lesser than the previous one. It answers questions like what will happen if I increase the price, then what will happen to my sales. Okay, so these are not very direct questions like descriptive statistics. You have to make inferences, proper inferences. Okay, suppose if you increase the price, then also sales will not decrease, and it will help you increase profits. Okay, like when like this inference can be made like when festival season is there. Even if you increase the price of airfare, even if you increase the airfare, your sales will not decrease. Okay, so if so in order to come up to this inference, you have to make use of some scientific methods, and all those are included in inferential statistics. So again, I'm going to describe types of statistics, and it will help you to clearly identify the difference between descriptive and inferential. So first part is about descriptive. So with example, this slide is going to differentiate between inferential and descriptive. So class did well on its first exam with average score of 89.5. So if you have data and you come up with this statement, so what you have done, you have just described the data which makes sense. Okay, so this, if you are doing this, you are doing descriptive statistics. This season the hockey team scored average of 2.3 goals per game. Means you had the data of all the games, and now you came up with this statement by obviously by applying mean, median, mode, and other methods of descriptive statistics. Now, according to our recent poll, 43% Americans brush their teeth incorrectly. If you come up with this inference, then you have done inferential statistics. It is not descriptive. Okay, so you have come up with something which is inferential. Our research indicates that only 33% of the people like purple cars. Okay, so you have performed some scientific methods and you come up with this, that 33% people like purple cars. So if you are doing this, you are doing inferential statistics. So maybe now it will be more clear that what is descriptive statistics and what is inferential, and what kind of answers are given by both of them. Now probability you are already aware. It calculates fair chance of happening some event. It is very useful for prediction in AI. See, intelligence is about good prediction. Intelligence is about making decisions. Okay, so artificial intelligence is also doing the same thing in an artificial way. So without probability you cannot have intelligence. Even when we decide, uh, we as a human decide something, we also make use of probability. Like suppose you go to some shop at 2 o'clock, okay, for 3 days, and you find it closed one day. Okay, so now you can easily predict that there are chances that this shop might be closed. Okay, but so this is the probability. So if something is very urgent, you will go because there is a probability that it might be closed. And that if that shop is far away, you will try to call, or you will try to find it out whether it is open uh, before going that. But if you are very sure that whenever you will go to station, railway stations are open, So your probability says that okay, there is no chance that railway stations are closed even on holidays. Okay, so this is how human makes decisions, or and which is a measure of intelligence of humans, and we have to achieve the same thing artificially. So now from this lecture it can be concluded that role of statistics and probability in AI is indispensable. Means we cannot think of AI without statistics and probability. In other words, AI includes statistics and probability in many of its methods, directly and indirectly.